Hello? Is it on? Is it working? Hello. I can't actually be with you this evening. I'm standing in my home in West Malling, 50 miles away from the theatre. And I'm talking to you about the new emerging technologies via the internet. This isn't actually a small version of me in a small black box. This is me on the internet. Yes, that's right. I'm communicating to you via something known as a YouTube. Now, a YouTube is a new emerging technology, very exciting as we creep gradually towards the new millennium at the Marlowe Theatre. We want to embrace some of these new digital technologies that we're becoming digitally aware of in this new exciting media revolution that is just about to explode. What's that? Sorry? It's already happened. Well, this is... What do you mean it's almost 2016? We better get bloody mood on then, haven't we? Right. Don't worry, I'll speak to him on it. Right. It appears that the digital age is already upon us, and we're in fact in 2016, which means we've got a bit of catching up to do at the Marlowe Theatre. So you as young people probably have a better grasp of digital technology than a lot of us old fogies at the Marlowe Theatre at present. We're dimly aware of things like Twitter and the Facebook and these YouTubes, which are used for transferring videos back and forth, as well as things like instantaneous gram and other such digital technologies, which we're hoping you're going to be able to educate us a little bit about. Now, we're starting to get to grips with this, with certain projects that we're doing in the near future. For example, this summer we're doing a project called Creed of Spies. Now, Creed of Spies is a new project that hopes to create digital content. We want to create a digital guide to the history of Canterbury, which is exciting and particularly for young people. We're using inspiration from the video game Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed is a video game that explores some of Europe's most beautiful cities by jumping over its very famous buildings. My favourite is the one in Florence. That's because partly it's the only one I've really played. But what I found interesting about this game is it allowed people to explore in exciting new ways, fresh ways, the wonderful heritage sites that we're on. And in Canterbury, we're on a unique UNESCO, United Nations heritage site. And this World Heritage Site can be explored in all sorts of new ways. So we're using digital technology, creating a series of YouTube clips to explore the sites and the artefacts that we have in our city. So we're working with the museums and we're working with Canterbury's most famous heritage site, the cathedral, using artefacts from their collection, such as a rose that was found next to a court case of a fight involving Christopher Marlowe when he returned to Canterbury just before his death. Such as a La Rochelle Bible smuggled by the Huguenots escaping the massacre of Paris, arriving in Canterbury in the 1570s, and other objects that have lots of exciting stories attached to them. Writers and actors will be coming up with these stories. Those interactions will be interspersed with bits of parkour and dance being performed by our Marlowe Dance Company in a similar way to how we saw that collaboration emerging in the summer in Rights of Others. They will be working with the Marlowe and these other institutions and filmmakers who will be putting together a series of videos and creating a performance that gives a assassin, espionage, mysterious tour of Canterbury's heritage sites and locations. Now, this is just one way in which we are trying to get to grips with using theatre for new and exciting ways of engaging with this new technology. But you as young people will have a much better idea than most of us. Therefore, your challenge is this. Your task, if you choose to accept it, is to create a new project for the Marlowe Theatre to engage with. Engaging with partners across Canterbury and Kent. A number of you will know who the possible partners might be, having attended the Arts 31 network the other week, in creating a new project which has a digital element to it. Now, what do we mean by a digital element? A digital element is a project that explores theatre through one of these new technologies that allows us to open up what we do at the Marlowe Theatre via using Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc. This is then built into the project. We also would like you to think very carefully about who your partners are, when it would be, who would be involved, how many people from the company, why you think it's a great project, and how you might include some of the stories and histories of Canterbury. Because, as I mentioned to you last week, there is a funding stream which they're looking for young people to apply to, called the Young Roots Heritage Lottery Fund, which is looking for projects like this, which are exciting and engage with digital content and new media. So, your task for today, under the supervision of Paul, who's going to tell you about a few more things that you might want to think about as you're approaching the project, is to develop for next year a new project that includes looking at digital technology. Over and out. Good luck. Now, how do you switch this thing off?